Yeah, you know it's poppin' if I came through. There's no target out my range, dude. Crossover and break ankles. Reach the Hall of Fame without letting the game change you. No longer on me, my soldiers got the weight beat. Now I got the corners back like a safety. It's solidified that I truly got the glow. Big Perm said I got that new millennium flow. I told him if I do it then I'm gon' do it right. R.I.P. one of the realest that ever blessed the mic check. Youngins talking about a life that they ain't known. Gotta take acting classes just to play their role. I'm making moves like Zion, catching oops pimp. Y'all making moves like Zion when his shoe rip. Lobster and shrimp, new chips and new dip. Each hustle got at least 2 flips. What they call it. We be ball, we be ballin'. What they call it. We be ball, we be ballin'. My 5 different haters can't vibe with it. My 5 different haters can't vibe with it. For sure.
Of course, you got to go through the Facebook. They got the world on lock. Phone not working, email not working, but they messenger gonna work. Any way they can get you into something messy.
Yeah, the Chinese got to listen in. So,
yeah.
We're in this thing.
Right.
You know what's funny? I got that email right now. I literally looked over at my phone in the email right there, and I was like,
yeah. Facebook, man, is moving at an all-time speed.
right.
They want us all in the metaverse. What are you doing in the real world? Get over here in the metaverse.
Well, you know, it's like that might be the future, depending on if you get them little VR headsets. We just be sitting in a room, and it seem like we're in a room. If we're not in the room, you just be sitting there with the goggles on, but it'll act like you are just in the room having a conversation, and then that'll be how you film something in the future.
That I'm having too much fun in the real world. No, what's crazy is I heard that somebody had on some of them goggles. They was in the metaverse or the whatever it was, and they was ordering food that pretty much to their avatar and forgetting to eat in real life, and they died right on the couch. They never moved. They just lived in that world and starved to death.
Really?
Ain't that some crazy stuff?
Well, you know, there's a term that people in my age bracket have for people like that. It's called an NPC, a non-playable character.
Oh, man.
Because it's obvious that his brain wasn't really working.
Wow.
And he said, I'm not going to eat in real life, but I'm going to eat in the metaverse. I can understand if I'm ordering real life food from outside the house, like I'm going to have a DoorDash. If I'm eating in the metaverse, not eating in real life, that's insane work.
Yeah, I've been eating that virtual pizza, man. I don't need real food. Look at my girlfriend in this virtual world. I can't get one in real life. You know what I'm saying? I can see how they get stuck in there like that, but that would never be me. I'm having too much fun in the real world.
Certainly.
Yeah, man. Well, I gotta start off today by sending an apology to DeAndre Jordan.
What you do to DeAndre Jordan?
Remember, he kicked the ball instead of picking it up and passing it in. I told him to retire. He was done. I see that he was just upset that Jokic was stealing his minutes. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been putting up Jokic numbers these games when Jokic is out.
Okay. Well,
I think he had like 20 rebounds yesterday, probably about 7-8 assists. I said, okay, then, my bad.
And just let you know, Jokic's numbers were inflated.
Maybe so.
So I said, let me give him an apology because I pretty much walked him out to the back of the barn.
Well, I'm gonna lie to you. I was done with DeAndre Jordan when he was last on the Lakers and he threw that full court pass.
Oh man.
And it just
Another frustrating moment.
oh man, that was insanity. And you know, I felt bad for him in that moment because that clip looked so bad. And it's like, of all times to cut him from the team, you pick when he throws an insane pass that flies out of bounds.
Right.
Wasn't going to nobody. That's when you decide to cut him, not when he just not playing good.
Yeah,
wait
man.
for him to embarrass himself to then cut him after. So now we can laugh at him for getting cut after that play.
Yeah.
We wish we had him back now.
He flirting with triple doubles every game.
Imagine the dunks he could get with LeBron and Luka.
Oh man,
good Lord,
all day.
You know, somebody I wish could still play. I don't know if he can still really play like that, but if we had JaVale back,
McGee. Yep. I was thinking about that. Better reach out.
I mean, he got to be somewhere.
Well, and you know what's funny? They were joking about Dwight coming back, and I was like, no. We don't need Dwight no more. We don't need to see you anymore, Dwight. And he was like, oh, I'm not coming back to the Lakers. And it's like, no, we weren't asking you to come back.
Oh, man.
We don't want
you.
You.
We're begging him.
For real, man. Yeah, that's crazy, man. But, hey, they still out there trying to do their thing, man. DeAndre Jordan, he out there trying to do his thing. I'm glad that crazy pass didn't take him out the league. That would have been a horrible last memory.
Certainly. But I mean, he got a championship now, so.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I know what that look means, but yes,
I think I might have been closer to the championship than him.
Oh man. Yeah, so it ain't like Denzel when he shot that shot with the Bulls, you know what I'm saying? That was it.
Denzel got a shout out on the Bulls Network yesterday. Yeah,
really?
somebody pulled one right up from half court. You know?
Oh man.
He said something about Denzel must be smiling, you know.
See,
that's great.
For real, man. Yeah, man. I don't even want to reminisce on that. That was that was my end as a Bulls fan.
You know what's funny about that? Well, you know what? Actually, the Bulls have been playing really well the last couple
they've been getting it in. They've been getting in.
Kobe White. They played an inhumanly amazing game on Saturday. I thought it was a fluke, and then they came and beat Denver last night by double.
For real. They trying to do something.
But I was like, I kind of hate that they're trying to win now because it's like you should be losing and trying to get the great white hope your way.
Well, you know,
if I'm not making the playoffs, I'm not sticking around in the play-in scene. I'm trying to get Cooper to come on over. Cooper, come on down.
I mean, they had to put the whoopings on DeRozan and Levine, but leaving them and then linking back up like that. Like, wait a minute.
That was their fault. They participated in that. They didn't have to do that. They traded that way.
Yeah, true that. That is
true. Took the night off too. With Levine at 8 points that game.
Right, yeah, something like that.
I'll take you out of next year.
Yeah, man.
That's the crazy part is like you miss the playoffs in the East and then you expect to go to the West to do anything.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it plays out.
Like,
I don't know.
In the East, but I'm about to go play in the West.
It seemed like the Bulls are trying to put a young core together, so I don't know what they're gonna do with Vucevic. He might be out the door. You know what I'm saying? After this year, maybe.
I mean, they traded away all the good big dudes they had and kept him essentially.
Yeah, you know. So we'll see
but
how
they're
it
not
goes.
Really doing much. I mean, outside of Gafford.
I mean, I think. Yeah. The Bulls got Jalen Smith. I think that's who's coming off the bench at center. You know what I mean? And he was pretty good with the Pacers when he got in. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
when he gets in, he maximizes his minutes. You know what I mean? So, and he
He's not a
young.
true center though. He's
Yeah,
only 6'8".
true that.
So.
True that. No, they got to bring in somebody that can get in the middle. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they're trying to compete with the Pistons on who gonna come up next in the East. You know what I'm saying? They putting them young cores together.
There's nobody on Chicago that's sniffing anything Cade got going on right now.
Nah. Kobe White wish he was, and Giddy, what he doing off the court, we can't support. You know what I'm saying? So no matter how good he playing, we can't say it.
Right.
Are you out of elementary school yet?
Right.
That's Jay
Middle
Giddy.
school eligible.
Man, come on.
His nickname is Jay I mean, his name matches the crime pretty well. P. Diddy, Jay Giddy. But
for real.
But chill out, Jay. I do not want any smoke break. Highway. I do not want any lawsuit.
Right, come on. Nah, that ain't that ain't the way.
He's playing well. So.
I'm just
you doing his thing.
Yeah.
Found his way.
Right.
I hope he can be good one day. Because I think he was bamboozled with some stuff.
Could be.
A young foreign gentleman asked to come over to the United States and found himself with the wrong kind of people. He didn't understand what he was getting.
Yeah, that could be true too. That could be true.
I give him the benefit of the doubt because and then overseas they got a little bit different stuff than we got. You know, like I think can you drink at 14 in Britain or something like that? Yeah. So it's like 14.
You ain't got no restriction.
Like they trying to have a good time.
Right.
Well, anywhere that got anywhere that has the like the hierarchy where they got kings and stuff like that, yeah, they don't want to make their princes and all them wait to you know what I mean? Them boys they getting started real young.
So what Australia got? Like I don't know I think Australia has a prime minister or something like that.
So you never know, man, but yeah, you could come over here to America and get lost in the sauce real quick.
And then the thing is, and then that's the thing if any young athlete is watching me or watching us right now, is from an older individual to a younger individual, and y'all could vouch for me 100%, is when there's all sorts of vultures in the world, and they are looking to get you.
No doubt.
And if I'm an NBA player that's 19 just coming in the league, there's gonna be women that are not supposed to be around you that are gonna they're gonna try to get you.
Yeah, they mamas will send them too.
Right.
Sometimes it's the mamas that are going.
Right.
Jalen Green.
Right.
For real, you're right though, yeah, you're right.
And we know how, and then people are trying to record everything, and then you don't want the reputation that Mr. Karl Malone has, because his stuff is significant for his legacy damaged heavily.
Yeah, I mean. Anytime they post anything about him, it got something to do with a kid that he had with a girl that was way too young to be having kids. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is true that once they catch you, it's tied to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he'll take it.
Right.
But you know what's crazy is I didn't know that because I was born in '99, so I didn't exist for a good amount during this period of time. And then I think you was real young too, but in like the 80s even, I think that there was no, because I read about Rob Lowe thing, because I don't know why I was watching the 911 Lone Star, and it read about Rob Lowe and some allegations he had. And I was like, that's kind of really, they didn't really have this age of consent stuff until the 90s.
It could be possible.
And it's like, so nobody, it wasn't a problem publicly really like that until the 90s. And I was like, that was actually made a lot of stuff because you remember, you know how, I mean, you got Elvis and Priscilla and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you think about it, right, all of that stuff before like the whole sex, drugs, and rock and roll thing, right? And you know how much the teeny girls, they love these superstars and these rock stars, these athletes. And it's like, and shoot, and I'm not putting that on nobody because I could make a joke in inference. I'm not going to make that joke because I don't want to stir nothing up right now. But there's a few inflated numbers. If there's some inflated numbers for a specific individual that it would make sense if a few snuck in there here and there, and you don't know because you know how they say all the young people, like some people, they be like, oh, the young women are trying to dress like the older women nowadays and all that. And imagine that, and all these women that would do anything for that little touch of fame, a little crevice to fame. And then there's no rules against it. And then you hear all these allegations on all of these people.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is true.
I'm gonna try to get away from that because it's a dark, slippery slope we're working down. And
I get it. You know, anytime they show old concert footage, it's women passing out. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't believe they're around this person and all of that stuff. So yeah, man, it's a crazy world. It really is. You know what I mean? So the best thing to do is, hey, be smart, stay away,
and ask for ID.
Up front.
Fingerprints, verification of all types.
Right, man. Don't get caught up in that mess, man. For real.
Looking for their generational wealth.
Right. Right. You know what I'm saying? So this is, hey, that's how they were taught to get in there. And a lot of people who got money young, they wasn't taught nothing except for whatever their field of expertise is. So you don't know what to do with your money. You don't know what to do with your free time because all they did was tell you to sing this song or bounce this ball. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For real. So you gotta get around well-rounded. You got to get around people who can develop well-rounded skills, man. So you ain't lost in the sauce. You know, when Juju Watkins got hurt last night, man, she tore her ACL, and it just broke my heart because I'm like, man, you could have been you should have been in the league already. You know what I mean? Yeah. You should have been playing in that unrivaled, getting that one-on-one money.
Well, can you go one and done in women?
Nah.
You gotta play 3 years.
You gotta play it out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I think you gotta at least do 3.
She's getting paid pretty good.
Oh yeah, she getting money, but man, you know what I mean?
Well, you know what's funny is they had the video that was online over the weekend because she was talking to Jaden Daniels. And and then Mama came in and,
his mama sit in the middle, like she. I said, "Whoa!"
Right. Their face, like it was pure comedy. Their faces after that were so awkward, and it was just pure comedy.
Right.
And they might be related some kind of way. You know?
Right.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, man, she genuinely loved basketball. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I was looking at it, man, because they was about to go on a run, I believe. You know, without her, like, man, that matchup between her and Paige Beckers, it ain't gonna happen in college now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, man, just for people who love the game, like
that was the cash cow of this year's tournament for the women.
Yeah.
Well, the thing, and then that's the thing now with no Caitlin and no Angel Reese in college, women's college basketball. Now you probably are gonna miss her for the year.
Yeah.
So she'll be coming back. Or is you think she gonna retain eligibility, or does she just come back and I'm a senior?
Whenever, like whatever she can leave, she leaving. You know what I'm saying? So if she got to play one more year and she don't come back to the tournament next year, that's what she gonna do, and she done. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not gonna try to hold.
Reese only played 3 years.
Well,
all 4.
Yeah, I know she played somewhere else before she went to LSU. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long she was there though.
Because I swear she only played because she played Maryland, and she played 2 years at LSU.
Okay, yeah.
Or she might have did 4 years, but
Yeah, she did them all. She did them all.
well, she's younger than Haley Van Lith, who's still in college.
Mm.
So
Well,
Haley's
yeah.
almost ready for Social Security.
Yeah, man. So yeah, stuff like that though. You know, when they
okay,
give
she
credit.
played.
Yeah. She played all four.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I see players like that, man, who give so much credit, you know what I mean, just to understanding what they dads were trying to do when they were young. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how hard it is to get kids to listen. You know what I'm saying? If you can
You've
get
noticed
one,
that, huh?
yeah, yeah. If you can get one to listen, then you know you have a very, very great thing. You know what I'm saying? And for people like Juju who listen, you know what I mean? And even though they didn't want to do it, they stuck with it and they did it. Caitlin Clark is another one. Like you see them excel at a higher level than the ones who didn't listen. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
you know, like when I just was talking about people who got that well-rounded foundation around them, like I don't like to see them people get hurt, man, because I don't want their careers deterred in any way. When she go to the next level, I want her to be the best her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I don't want her coming back feeling like she Klay Thompson or something. You
Yeah.
know what I
Well,
mean?
you know what? In her injury was similar to Kyrie's, kind of, because it's
Okay.
like you on the fast break, because a lot of, and then I can kind of vouch for it too, because I'm a right leg jumper, right? I'm not a
Okay.
2 leg jumper. I'm a 1 leg jumper kind of guy, right?
Hmm.
So you plan on the front leg, and then your leg just kind of roll, or you kind of impact the wrong way while you're running
Mm.
forward. And then that was kind of how that happened, because you could see how her leg like maneuvered when she
Yeah.
planted her foot, and then that how Kyrie's knee buckled when he had
Yeah.
planted.
True that. True that.
So it was sort of similar in that regard. And I was like, I would say it's a part of the game. It's not nothing that we can change to stop something like that, because it's like I can't just let you have a fast break layup.
Right. Right.
So,
Oh no, it's part of the game. It's gonna happen. You
mm,
know, I just hate to see it happen. For real, especially the players that I'm following. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for them to get to the Final Four so I can be like, hey, man, let's have this party. Let's get in here and watch these games. And now it's like, oh man, I
mm-hmm.
can't even watch my favorite player. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For
Yeah.
real. You know, it is what it is, though. It's part of the game, so you got to show them that as well. Like, hey,
Girls got
show
to
them
be
the bounce
careful
back.
too. They did a study a few years ago talking about girls that got hurt when they were on their periods,
Mm,
and it's very much higher than it is when they're just,
wow,
feeling regular.
wow,
So they got to be careful with their
Mm,
time of the month. And they got to play still.
mm.
wow. I
Yeah.
never, I never even
Yeah,
would have thought of that. But that's
they're
something.
I've
Out
heard
in-
too from science that they're more prone to hurting their ACL and knees like that than men are, because they have a lot of load in their hips.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
sure. That's something I would, man. We might have to find might have to find somebody, a female athlete that's not embarrassed to speak about that and see if it change, if anything, you know what I'm saying? That's
Mhm.
interesting right there. And that will help
Mhm.
because the eyes that's coming to the female sports, man, these young girls need to know
Mhm.
that. For real.
Yeah.
They need to
Yeah.
know if there's any way they can yeah. Uh,
Wrap them knees up and during that time, just
right.
make sure
Yeah,
you keep them
that's
things.
interesting. That's very
You hurt
interesting right
yourself.
there.
A lot less blood flowing, so they're
Wow.
prone to more injuries during that time.
Now that could be I've never heard nobody speak on that. So and
Hmm.
I definitely haven't I watch a lot of videos trying to just get new ideas about stuff, just as ways in training and things like that. And
mhm.
I've never seen, I watch a lot with the females because of my daughters, you know what I'm saying? So I never seen anybody speak on that. And that's a
Hmm.
wow, that's like a very that's like a very major thing that nobody speaks on that should be spoken on. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's gonna happen, so you got
Yeah.
Right.
you gotta protect yourself during that time.
For real. Yeah. That's yeah, that's major right there. Yeah. I wanna be a part of that for real. I want to be a
Get
part of
some
that
scientific
right
studies
there.
together.
Yeah, I want to be a part of those studies and figure out a way to, man, way we can minimize any risk that people aren't even speaking about. You know what I mean? For real. Yeah. That's what's up right there. All right, man. Now we're gonna go over to these men's college games.
Right.
One thing I noticed, man, is that I have to bring to the table because I have no idea what's going on. I didn't even realize it until I was watching all the games. Like half of Duke's starters from last year is on different teams.
Yeah.
Like all, and I'm not gonna say nothing. I am gonna say something. Most of them is black. For real. They on different teams. And I'm like, wait a minute, this dude was a freshman last year. This dude was one of the key captains of your team that had some longevity in there. You mean to tell me they wanted to leave? I don't know. Did they want to transfer or did Cooper Flag say, hey, if you want me to come here, I need people that I can play around. You know what I'm saying? And these couple guys right here, they not what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying?
I have words for you.
Could that be? I ain't saying like because of the color of their skin and nothing like that. I'm just saying playing style. You know what I mean? It just happens to be that it was black kids that I'm seeing that was there and not there no more. You know what I'm saying?
I think it was more they saw what was coming in and like, my playing time could be cut just a little bit.
Yeah. That's the first thing that came to mind.
I mean, you know what? You throw a lot of great oops on this pod with these talks because it's like that topic literally parlayed. That literally is a slam dunk for me right there because I do got something to say with that.
Okay.
But you know what? I will say I wouldn't blame anybody if they were like, shoot, this dude coming in, they gonna let him shoot. I want to do my own thing. This might be the furthest I'm going anyway.
Yeah.
He going to the league. I might not be. And I was like, if I'm playing second fiddle to him, and then Duke, we don't run 4-year guys like that at Duke. So these are you're coming here, leap to the league. Like, it's one and done. You get 1 year, you get one shot. So unfortunately, as the multi-year guy, you might as well go somewhere a little more stable. But the thing is, you won't be an original.
Yeah. No, I hear that because Roach playing at Baylor, and they put him out, so I know he like, man, had my opportunity to get my get back. But I seen him over there at Baylor, and I just didn't understand why those guys were high production guys who are in other places. You know what I mean? But then I look like, man, Coach K probably recruited these guys. You know what I'm saying? And the new coach is like, yeah, you ain't fitting in the system direction I'm moving in. Could be. You know what I mean? So, that'd be
hard to imagine because he and Coach K were real close, so I'm sure their systems are,
true
pretty
that.
simpatico.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
He wasn't broke, that's for sure.
Right, for real.
Well, I'm about to put slam dunk this thing right here. So what's funny is you mentioned that, and then I just read this morning that a Michigan player was transferring, and it's like, dude, you just made the Sweet 16, and then you're transferring to another school.
You gave him deuces. I'm out.
And like
I ain't playing.
You know how people be like, "Oh, I'm transferring, so I don't even want to play no more," right? Or it's like, if I'm the coach, I'm like, am I about to sit this guy? Or you're not playing no more? You're just gonna sit here on the bench and we're gonna play? Like, what do we do here now?
Right.
Like, A guy that's currently on the team?
Yes.
Pippen. Yeah, Pippen. He was on the team. He ain't playing no more. He said he ain't playing no more.
What?
In the
Why?
transport portal, I'm out.
What?
He didn't get any playing time that he
Justin
wanted.
Pippen.
Wow.
I think he's looking at next year too. Michigan's got 2 or 3 guards coming in. They got the player of the year in Michigan coming in.
Mm-hmm.
He could have been 2-time player of the year. He won the title last year, but East Lansing put him out this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna have to play.
Yeah.
So he's looking, hey, I'm sitting behind Trey Donaldson already. He transferred out of Auburn, It's like,
wow.
Oh, he was already hurt, so he didn't actually play in the tournament. But it's not really a big deal that he's not there. Now that I'm reading what I'm reading just now.
He had a small role. Very small role.
He averaged 1.6 points, 0.7 rebounds, 0.6 assists, and 6.
But he's a Pippen, he's a Pippen.
Yeah. It'll come together at some point in time, hopefully. Hey, maybe he got to leave to get there. You know what I'm saying? I know another person that's kicking themselves is Hogard, man. I'm sitting there watching that Vanderbilt game. I'm like, man, I'm glad I ain't picked them. I'm like, I didn't even know that bum was over there.
Yeah.
He wouldn't get no clock either. I said, you're not even a factor. Like, go. Why did he transfer? Like, Izzo will stick with you.
Right.
You gonna play?
They still talk. Him and Izzo still talk, but it's like, he just wanted to see something different. Thought he could make a little more money down there.
Oh well, he's seen the bench.
Because he's not going no further than college, so he'll be riding the pine pretty soon.
Yeah, he was going through last year. He went through all them pre-draft stuff, and he thought he was gonna be in the draft in the NBA. And then when they told him, you better go back and try college again, bro.
Yeah, like what was he thinking? Like, was he watching himself? Like,
he went to he go to Mount Bird or somewhere. He went to one of them prep schools, and all them guys think they're gonna be in the NBA, so. That's just the mentality they roll around with,
Well, speaking of transfers from the state of Michigan, I have to stomp and celebrate. And perhaps if I had a dog, I would let him pick that leg up on the guy's grave. Mr. Hunter Dickinson, enjoy get Kansas and Bill self out of here. Like, I was giving him the credit, but I had forgot that he was on that team now. And I was hoping that Kansas would do something. When I realized who was on that team again, because I keep forgetting that he joined the team.
20th season.
In his 20th college season.
Right.
It's
good riddance.
Yeah.
Enjoy your Italian league experience.
Right. Get him out of here.
I heard somebody say that he's requesting a transfer and Dunkin' Donuts and Uber on the top of the list.
But you know what? And that's the plus side of this whole thing. Is I can say, Hunter Dickinson, please put the fries in the bag.
Yeah.
Get on out of here. We do not need to see or hear from you ever again.
Time to roll. And another thing that stood out is St. John's. The RJ Lewis. Why didn't he play the man? Like he wasn't in foul trouble. He wasn't hurt. That's your star. That's your All-American.
Yeah.
See, the Patinos is gangsters. So he must have said something to Coach, and Coach like, I don't even care if we lose. Like, I ain't playing.
4 for 17. That's what he said.
Oh, yeah.
I can't throw it in the ocean standing on the boat.
I mean, you got to take somebody who at least shooting that mud, because nobody was scoring. Like, they had the big man on the inside who was a monster, but once they realized nobody else could score,
they was biggest bugaboo. They couldn't score.
Yeah, like that was man. That definitely hurt my bracket.
And like I said last week, I thought, they were my dark horse to win this thing, if they put it together and, played like they've been playing. They didn't look good at all.
Yeah, man.
It's like team dissension out there. You know?
Yeah,
Everybody hate everybody. Yeah.
it was crazy, man. I don't know what was going on with that, but
Yeah.
hey, it got you a seat in the bleachers with everybody else.
He's a hater. You see him at the Michigan State game, then he got on there talking about, Michigan State got a lot of calls that were iffy,
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you know what, man? See, this granddad throw another oop because I just remembered another topic that I didn't write down.
Uh-huh.
4 and 2 that he just ooped it for me right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was going to speak about UConn that lost.
Yeah.
And the coach.
That boy crazy.
And then, and you know what? I do want to laugh at him too, because I like I said, karma is a mug, man. And there are certain things that you do not want against you, and I swear to you, do not try to don't purposely try to screw the Lakers over, boy. Don't try to screw because it doesn't end well for anybody. Everybody tried to purposely screw over the LA Lakers has ended up in
that emotion.
Because
screw with the Lakers.
he went on a press run to talk about how he declined the Lakers job. Then the Lakers turned out to be all right this year. And it was a mistake to hire him in the first place.
Yeah.
And the thing is he did all that stuff, and then he was recorded. You seen him in the tunnel after the game telling. So supposedly, whoever was the guy behind that, he tried to tell the guy with the video to delete the video. Life. So supposedly there's going to be legal problems, is what they claim in this, where UConn might get banned out of a tournament or two for that.
They can't take it that far. But he definitely about to pay. He about to pay.
Yeah, he's something else.
Yeah, he was speaking in the, I won't even say the heat of the moment. He was speaking in the heat of his entitlement. For real. Because when they asked him how he feel to win that first game, he like, oh, regular. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nah, you're not getting no special calls, man. Out of all the games that I watched, that was one that was called one of the most decent. Real. If anybody got some gripes, it's a few of them in there. Yeah, San Diego, that UC San Diego, that first Michigan game, they coach was about to fall out. Like what? Like y'all cheating, man. Like, he got a legitimate gripe. You know what I mean? But UConn, you do not.
Nah, they just got beat.
For real, yeah, they lost that game. So
much Clayton.
If we go to our first weekend and we look at these scores, man, hey, I'm sorry to say, man, y'all gonna have to do some marching. You know what I mean? That McNeese win in the first round, in that Colorado State win in the first round, those were 7 points each. Because hey, and man, Colorado State was that close to getting me another. 7-8.
They lost their coach too. He's going to Minnesota somewhere.
I think so. No, he going to NC State. The McNeese coach. The McNeese coach.
No. I'm talking about Colorado State.
Oh, okay. Nah, the McNeese coach going to NC State. Yeah.
Okay. Taking over for the brother over there, huh?
I'll never hear East again.
Man.
Even the water boy is going somewhere else.
For real. Man, I wish they could have pulled off a couple more of those, man. But, it is what it is. It is what it is.
HBCUs.
Pops, you picked up a 3-pointer with the Arkansas over Kansas. D, you picked up a 3-pointer with the Ole Miss winning in the second round.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but
Ole Miss did what they need. They're like one of the few to actually do what they're supposed to do. Michigan did what they were supposed to do for me too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Oregon as well. They did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, they
Shout out
did.
to the Midwest Division on the bottom side with Tennessee and Illinois and Kentucky in them. They did.
Let's see. You got all your Sweet 16 from the South region is all right. Auburn, Michigan, Ole Miss, Michigan State.
Mm-hmm.
You got those all right. You know what I'm saying? You the only one that got a one part of the bracket Sweet 16 all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Real, so yeah, but nah, them wins with them 7-pointers, man. I'm up.
We got to reassess our scoring system there. Huh?
We got to do some calibrations for this next weekend.
Whoever can pick an upset,
right?
10 points is up. Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, we might as well get into it then. Let's see what we got here. As far as picks go, I mean, we picked Duke in Florida to win the whole thing. They still in it, but that could change.
It can change at any time.
Right.
Well, they're yeah.
Well, it was a close one.
The Elite Eight is the moment of truth, really, for my entire bracket.
Yeah, I hear that. So if you pick an upset, man, let's see. Maybe we'll give you the points. We'll give you the points and the extra 5. Like, so if a 4 beats a 1, you get the 3 and the extra 5.
Okay.
You know, and that'll I mean, we all within 15 points of each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that'll bring it back. Yep, Pops, you at 38 right now. D, you at 41. You know, and my 2 big wins got me at 53. All together, those are the totals right now. So, yeah. Well in range. So first game up is the Auburn versus Michigan.
Auburn.
How did you see Auburn in his first weekend? Because when I was talking to your pops, man, we seen a few holes.
You know what? I don't think that they're well. That's kind of where my play is here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Auburn, they aren't great. Like Duke is, like Florida is. So that's the same way I kind of feel about Houston. Like what are you guys? You guys are literally just here to be some. But I'm not going crap on Houston. But they're not, like, there's nobody there. And it's like, if you don't got the juice, you don't got the star power, and you just a regular college team, not looking too hot for you. So
I'll go Auburn. I'm not happy with that, but I'll go Auburn. They just don't look like they're having fun together. Something done went wrong. Somebody done slept with somebody's girlfriend or something. You know, it's like something.
Oh, and that could take us something else too. That I'm hold off because we talk about. There was a rumor that was pretty bad in the NBA that we could parlay into later.
Oh man, see, you might be I didn't know what was going on, but that might be what was going on from what I seen. You talking about Malik Monk and them?
I'm not even talking about Malik Monk.
Oh, okay. I thought that was that Malik Monk. What's going on with that Malik Monk and Fox wife? What's up with that? Like,
I think they was joking around. I think.
Personally. Oh, that was just an argument.
I think that was just a joking argument.
Okay, I hope so, because that'd be dirty, man.
Together, so you know, used to play with.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, they all the way from college or even before that. They too cool for that. I was about to trip out.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
In this first game though, man, Auburn versus Michigan. what I noticed about Michigan is not a first or a second half team. They're a second half of the second half team. You know what I'm saying?
The
Like
last 10 minutes we'll start playing.
if they're close in the game, they could get some.
They're gonna win a close game. They win
Yeah.
close games. That's what they do. You know?
Yeah, man. Which got me. I'm going with Michigan. I'm gonna go with Michigan.
Okay.
I just don't want them to hook up with Michigan State again.
Well,
that takes us to our next game. Ole Miss against Michigan State. I got Michigan State. I want to see
it. Hard to beat them 3 times, but hey, if they show up, we gonna have to do it to them again.
Right.
Y'all got Michigan State against Ole Miss.
Yep.
Michigan State.
All right.
Party. Yeah.
Then we got Florida against Maryland.
Florida.
I mean, Florida showed a little cracks in the armor that last game.
To be fair, they were.
I'm gonna go with them though.
Champion. That it was the defending champion, UConn.
So everybody got Florida.
Yeah, I got that's my pick for the champion, so I guess I got to roll with them. You know? I don't know. I love that Maryland team, though. The guys are tough. They play good defense, but the only problem Maryland got is Reese.
Yeah,
he gonna be a blockhead at some time or another.
Yeah, true that, man. True that. But if you're gonna switch,
foul out just as much as you can get 20 and 10. I'm good. I'm staying with Florida. I think they're gonna correct themselves and course correct and
they got to
about
do
a 10-point victory on them.
Next, we got Texas Tech against Arkansas, which is probably the most boring game.
Them boys are really hot.
Texas Tech rolling.
You going with Texas Tech?
Mm-hmm. And I'm sticking with my paper because I gotta stick with what I got rolling.
Man, this is a tough one here. I'm loving what Arkansas is doing because they looking like they finally got it together. And, you know, the Tech is tough, boy. Them guys are tough as nails, boy. I'm gonna go with Tech. Ugh, I really want to go with Arkansas, but I'm going with Tech.
Man,
hopefully they lose to Florida next round.
Get a couple points if they do upset Tech.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that'd be a nice. The way Calipari, man, that game against St. John's, man, them boys played. They played, and they got 2 guys that can go get buckets. For real. Like the 2 guys for St. John's that was supposed to go get buckets, one of them was in foul trouble, and the other one was in the coaches was in the doghouse.
Yeah. Both of them were in deep trouble the whole way, some kind of way or other.
So that's a different game. That's a different game if that plays out. If them boys is hitting, you know what I'm saying? That's a different game. So maybe Arkansas looked that good because those guys. I want to take them, though. I want to take them.
It is good points.
I think Arkansas is going to turn into a pumpkin at some point. You know, they weren't that good this year.
Right. Yeah, that's the other thing. But, man.
Like they're rolling on emotion right now, and it runs out about this round.
Do I trust Arkansas to be a Cinderella? It's going to be a Cinderella somewhere. So do I trust Arkansas over BYU is what I'm asking myself. And I trust Arkansas, so I'm going to take Arkansas. Over BYU as far as who's going to be the Cinderella this year, I'll take Arkansas.
All right.
Which brings us to the next bracket, which will be Duke against Arizona is the next game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm going Duke.
Gotta pick a score on that one, huh? Will it be by 20?
Right. You got I mean
15-18, I'm thinking somewhere in there. They're good.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a decent beat down. But you know, we'll see. We'll see. But nah, Duke got this under control. For real. And then we got the BYU against Alabama. I'm not taking BYU. I think they have overperformed. I'm going with Bama.
Ooh. Another toughie.
Yeah, I ain't saying it's gonna be easy because
I'm gonna take
Bama, there's another one that
BYU
got some
because
weakness.
they busted my bracket on this side. So I'm gonna
the
take
bracket
BYU.
buster.
I mean, but it doesn't really matter because you know who they're gonna play next. So I must slide BYU in because I want to make points here.
I'm gonna go BYU. I'll go BYU.
Oh man,
because that's 4 points that Mugs win now.
Yeah, that's with the extra 5.
Need it.
Next, we got Houston against Purdue. And Purdue's another team that I think have overperformed, but they have been playing good though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. They got the inside out game. Because the first game they boys couldn't hit no threes. And the second game they was hitting. You know what I'm saying? So I
mean, the planet Houston.
Yeah. I was trying to talk them up, but I'm taking Houston.
I'm gonna take Houston and stick with my paper.
All right. And last game of the 16 is gonna be Kentucky against Tennessee. I'm man.
Gotta go Tennessee.
Yeah,
take Tennessee good. Yeah.
Keeping with my paper.
Kentucky's been struggling to score too, and this one could get ugly.
I'm sticking with Tennessee as well, but have they been? What I ask myself is, have they been challenged? Or have they been challenged? Like
who? Tennessee?
Yeah, have they been challenged?
I mean, they ain't played nobody, so
they shoot the ball well. They take out just about anybody in the tournament. And they did the last game. They shot the ball very well, so they won that game pretty comfortably. So
right, and you know, my boy went there last year. Shout out to Dalton Connect. Tennessee boys, man.
I think he's gone.
Yeah,
but still,
you know what? I'm gonna take Kentucky. I was gonna take Tennessee. I'm taking Kentucky. You know, I think they've been tested more in the tournament. The last time Tennessee got tested was in their game with the finals, and they got beat. So,
who did they play?
Bama? Florida dusted them in
Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
Well, I mean, that was Florida now.
Yeah, I mean, but shoot, we get into the nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? In the back of their mind, they like, man, if we keep winning, we gonna have to play Florida again. In Kentucky, like, sure, man, we get a chance to play them again and prove that we better than we was last time we played them.
You're getting healthy finally,
right? So
are they playing Elite Eight this weekend too, or is that?
You mean
Yeah, well, it'll be Final Four after this, you know.
Yeah, they playing the Elite. Yeah.
Okay, so we're about to do the Elite too?
Yeah, we got to do those. Do those. All
so
right.
You know what's coming, right?
So first game would be Michigan against Michigan State or Auburn against Michigan State. I'm going Michigan State no matter who they playing.
Right.
I want to see them in the Final Four. Let's get it.
Rolling State.
Going Michigan State over Auburn and yours.
Let's take Auburn down.
What you got, Pops?
Spartans will.
Ooh, I'd love for the Spartans to make it. However, I think Auburn, if Auburn's Auburn, if they're Auburn, they're going to win that game. But they got to be Auburn. I know they can't be out there looking crazy and fussing, cussing the coach out and going.
No, none of that.
If they play like they can play, they'll beat us. But so I'm gonna go Auburn.
Okay. Then we have Florida against Texas Tech or Florida against Arkansas, and I'm gonna go FLA.
Either way, it's FLA.
They might get a cakewalk to the championship outside of the UConn matchup. But I mean, Maryland ain't bad. Maryland ain't bad.
Maryland gonna challenge them. Yeah, that's a good team.
Yeah,
they're just not deep. You know, they don't have a lot of bench players, but their starting five is legit.
Yeah, and next we will
discredit them some.
We will have either, let's see, we'll have Duke against Bama or Duke against BYU, and you know,
Duke, the Blue Devils, man.
Yep,
definitely going Duke on that one. And the last game would be Houston against Tennessee or Houston against Kentucky.
I'm rolling Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Well, that's gonna be a grimy game.
That
was the worst line they ever used.
Well, I'm going. Oh man, that's a tough one.
Houston.
I mean, for you, it's Houston or Kentucky. So
yeah, that's a tough one for me. But I'm gonna go with Houston on that one. I think they got what it takes to get to that Final Four, man. So I got MSU, Florida, Duke, Houston in the Final Four. Pop's got Auburn, Florida, Duke, Houston, and D got MSU, Florida, Duke, Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so the consensus is Florida and Duke. You know.
Yeah.
Like championship round.
Yeah. We shall see. Yeah, we'll see how this plays out. Yeah. Okay. Hey man, what was you saying about what you was about to say, man? Let me hear that.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys you guys aren't on the internet, I say, as I am, but there was a rumor a couple of days ago, right? Because the Miami Heat have been garbage.
Okay.
Like bottom of the barrel trash.
Yeah, they doing pretty bad. Can't score over 105.
And you know what? The fans, I'm gonna say it's the fans' fault. I'm gonna blame it on them. So the fans came up with anything they could find. So apparently Eric Spoelstra's ex-wife that he divorced 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So supposedly so supposedly she liked all of Javi Jaquez's Instagram posts. So they made up a story that those two were seeing each other, and then Tyler Hero was going on double dates with him and his girlfriend and baby mama to hang with them. And that's been why the Miami Heat have been so bad lately. And I'm gonna let y'all roll with that information I gave.
Okay.
And she has come out to say it's false. So I will say that.
You know, she want to make sure she don't mess up none of her paper. So yeah, she's gonna say that, even though she's probably lying. It probably is true. Yeah, big. Because why is Jaquez minutes dropped the way that they have? You know what I mean? He was like the man when Jimmy Butler was there. Like, hey, let's get him off the bench. Like if Jimmy's hurt, we're starting Jaime. You know what I'm saying? So now he can't even get in. Jimmy's all the way gone. This is your man. You supposed to be playing him. Sure, he's a rebounding assist machine when he's confident in the game. Like, so I kind
of think, you know, with that, you go, you know, if I'm Spoelstra and this is true, then I'm going to go talk to Pat Riley. We're going to be like, hey, he got to get up out of here. He got to get up out of here. Him and Jimmy can go and play in Golden State or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So seeing as though he's still on the team and supposed to still coaching, I gotta believe this ain't true. You know?
Yeah, I hear that. Like, ain't no way I'm paying her alimony and she taking you on dates with it.
Yeah.
And then you look at all them women on South Beach.
Oh man.
you go mess around with your coaches, you know.
Wow.
You know, there's thousands of women down there looking for somebody to, you know, supply them with financial, you know, independence.
Hey, but it does go back to what we said at the top of the show, though. Like even the moms is like they're sending their daughters and there's themselves.
Well, you know, it's like the thing about it too is like from a moral standpoint, right? You come in the NBA and then your coach. Well, and then they said the mom was following somebody, but that hurt. Like Jaime Jaquez's mom was following somebody, following her or something. Something weird. It was a whole weird.
I have to reserve response on that till I see what his mama looked like.
Well, it's not. I don't even know what that means, but you know, I know Spoelstra. But the thing about that, even then, right, is Spoelstra's wife is Michigan 8 or 9, but Florida 5.
Well, see, but you gotta look at it though. You gotta look at it.
I am 3 if we really wanna, because it's like we talk about. I'm about to sound really crazy. There are certain assets in Miami that sort of go with the place. But and then actually, speaking of that, I'm about to kind of hit a little bit on the college. Carson Beck just went to University of Miami, right?
Okay.
And he had just got caught cheating on his girlfriend, who was a Miami basketball player.
And ran into one of the mates on the beach.
Well, and then that's the thing; she's very popular,
Yeah, she's a baddie. You know what I'm saying? But when you get out there,
could be dime a dozen.
So,
well.
So why am I messing with Eric Spoelstra's wife in Miami?
It has to be there has to be a element to this. You know what I'm saying? If it's true, if what Pops say is true, and this is happening now after the trade deadline, this is because that Jaime went to his coach's wife like, man, he was supposed to put me up in that role. Like, what's going on? Come here, honey. Let me be a shoulder to cry on. You know what I'm saying? Neither one of us like him. You know what I'm saying? It could be one of those situations. If it's true, it's that. If it's true, it's that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure you're gonna be close to your coach's wife. You know what I'm saying? Especially if she's the wife while you were drafted in. You know
well, the thing is, he was drafted in 2023 going into 4. So they were divorcing.
I mean, yeah.
When he was drafted in. So they wouldn't really had much contact at all.
Think about it though. If a wife trusts you and want to be with you, she's not going to be at the facility as much as if she don't trust you. She's going to be here all the time. So she like, yeah, let me make sure that I look like, since I know I'm divorcing this person, let me make it look like I'm a supportive wife so I can get as much money as I can in this divorce. But at the same time, I'm looking for this young tenderoni that is going to take my time once I get out of this. You know what I mean? So,
I just can't see where that's an advantage for Jaime.
It's definitely not an advantage.
I mean, gee, you trying to ruin your career?
Unless you really hate coach. Right. If I really hate the coach, then I see the advantage. You know what I'm saying? If I really, really hate the coach. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see why, man.
And then Jimmy was running his mouth. He was like, the Heat culture only exists if you have good players or whatever. And it's like, well, the good players that you left behind, since you were the only guy that really left Miami, have not won it all since you left. Like, you literally have lost almost every game since you left. So what'd that say? Were they really that good?
Yeah, I mean,
I just had to try not
to.
You
might be right.
I mean, that's the way the Warriors is looking compared to how the Heat is looking. Jimmy might be on to something.
And it's like, I think Miami just won a game for the first time in God knows how long. Was it Sunday? Let's see. Who did they beat? The Hornets, the bottom feeder.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Hornets beat us, so we can't say that. They're down there, but they're not a bottom feeder. they can rise up. I play as well against the Lakers.
What's up with the Lakers, man? They on a little skid, and the Cavs, I just don't even know. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Thing is, it just showed me that everybody was kind of trying to gas up a horse that's not really like that. And that's what, because Cavaliers, everybody's they win the championship. They can win the championship. Oh, so you're never not going to. We didn't have a chance. We were just playing really well.
Man.
And thing about it too is last year we literally lost games on purpose to not play a team that we played in the past. Like we literally lost games to avoid New York last year. So are you gonna, even if I disagreed with it, they literally lost games to avoid New York in the playoffs last year.
I mean, it
was the right decision, appears so.
It seems a little weird all the way around the board right now. Like Denver.
They were trying to avoid Embiid, actually, because they played and lost those games, so they wouldn't have to play Embiid. And
it's a couple teams that's looking like that right now. Denver's losing. Lakers and lost a couple. You know what I'm saying? Cavs. Boston looked like they just like strategically trying to keep everybody healthy. Like
Tatum hurt right now. He sprained his ankle. He's gonna be out a couple games.
I felt that he embellished that quite a bit.
Yeah, he probably did.
Yeah, the Bucks.
Like I literally twisted my ankle 2 weeks ago, and it was a lot worse than what happened to Jason Tatum.
What's the Bucks doing? Like the Bucks look horrible. Like they beat the Lakers, but that was because the Lakers didn't play nobody.
Right.
The Bucks, it's a wrap for the Bucks. Giannis is done.
Lillard's got the mumps, they said.
Oh, that's what he got? Really? Oh, man.
Yeah. How he get that?
Yeah, you 36 years old, running around and getting the mumps. You know?
He gonna be out for a little minute.
You know?
That's crazy.
How do you get the mump?
Hey, it's a virus like everything else, you know. All these diseases are coming back. They're vaccinating. You know, you're not getting these kids vaccinated anymore. See, our measles done bumped back up again.
Measles is coming back and all that.
All that stuff be coming back. Polio and everything. They ain't getting, especially now with Kennedy in the health and human services. You know, you don't need any vaccines. You know.
Yeah.
Came a little bit older, so you would think he would have got a lot of stuff back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? You know.
Well, but Doc Rivers had the audacity to run his mouth about blown 3-1 leads. Like, he should have even answered. Whoever asked him that, he should have kept his mouth shut.
Doc Rivers is out there.
He's like, "Oh, you should have gave us credit for winning 3 games in the first place," and it's like. So we're supposed to give you credit for having a team dead to rights and losing?
Yeah,
like,
man, he just out
they're
there
at the
now.
bottom of the sword, like your sword is on their neck and you didn't kill them.
Yeah.
And I'm literally dumb because I wasn't around for the first one he flew. But I would have had to imagine.
So this is multiple times he's done this.
Because I would have to ask y'all based about the Detroit and Orlando one. When Tracy almost beat Detroit in the first round in 2003. I would have to probably ask you guys about how horrible the fall off was there.
Yeah,
they got cocky, started talking too much, and Detroit woke up and put it on them.
Yeah, that sums it up.
But the
T-Mac, man, T-Mac.
The Clippers one was one of the most disgusting disgraces ever, and then it got worse with the Clippers one because it was even worse. With the Clippers.
No, that was terrible.
Because I remember when, or not said the Clippers one, the second Clippers one. I mean, because the Rockets, when I remember, they were up 20 going into the fourth in that 5th game, and they were like, "Oh, we just took our foot off the gas."
Yeah.
And Josh Smith and Corey Brewer brought them back down.
Wow.
And I hate I have a special place of hate in my heart for that particular moment. I like literally, it disgusts me even talking about it right now.
Threw up a little bit in your mouth. Huh?
I'm legitimately angry. Like I have a pit in my stomach that's heating up right now. That's egregiously horrible that was, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the second time, I'm gonna get off that because that was our one way. Then the Clippers went in 2020 where we didn't want to play in the bubble. And it's like, what you come for? Like, why didn't you come play? Why did you come play at all? If you didn't want to be there, then why did you come? You didn't have to play.
Did he have any of those losses when he was in Boston?
He almost lost the championship that he won because Stephen A was trying to give him credit as a champion and stuff today.
Like how far up were they when LeBron came and turned it around on their head?
Which one was that? That was 2012 you talking about?
Because probably
when 2012 was LeBron flipped them, and that was a 3-2 lead he blew.
Okay.
They were up 3-2 because I remember I seen that. And then you know what's funny? I was rooting for the Miami Heat to lose until that point in time. Because I kind of felt bad at the same time when they were about to lose. I was like, dang, they came this far.
Right.
About to blow it again.
Right.
And then LeBron had the head down.
Yeah, that's when he went into the zone. Like, this is not happening.
And you know what's crazy is like I rewatched clips from that game, and then it kind of makes you crazy. You'd be like, "Oh wait, Boston was up 10 in this game at some point," and then like it completely just flips, and Miami is just destroying them.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But wasn't nobody beating LeBron that year, man.
But you know the thing about it though is when you go to the 2020 when Doc blew that lead.
Mm-hmm.
They were up 20 multiple times in that series too. In Game 7,
took a single shot.
Paul, you remember Pandemic P when Paul George was side backboard, man. Yeah. Pandemic P in the building.
Yeah.
And then they had so many good offensive players.
Shouldn't nobody Pandemic P.
Like I said, the most embarrassing superstar should be a fan of. Like I know Keon might have said that he was his GOAT or whatever, but shoot, Melo should have taught his son better than that.
In that bubble, in that bubble, even though the Lakers won it all, Donovan Mitchell, who's sitting out tonight because of a paper cut. Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Devin Booker. They didn't get to go to the playoffs, but they didn't lose no games in that bubble because that boy was going crazy.
Game was the bubble MVP, or off that them games he did, all the games he won to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Hey, who was it? Was it T.J. Warren that they was going crazy over? Was he in there balling too?
And you know what's funny is he had a beef with Jimmy Butler early in that season.
Oh yeah.
And then when Jimmy went against T.J. Warren, all of that stuff stopped.
Hey, Jimmy Butler was the man in the bubble, though. He was the man in the bubble.
Man.
But the way that Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray, man. Ain't nothing like it. Like it.
You know what's crazy about that too is the only time that Jamal Murray ever comes out is against the LA Lakers. That's the only time Jamal Murray ever plays good.
They got to start a bubble league, man. Start a bubble league, man.
That was pure basketball. That was beautiful, magnificent.
Yeah, no, it really was to think. You take all the travel and everything out of it, and we right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey. That's
we were great bubble boys.
Well, you know, start the bubble league.
As Anthony Davis shot so well in that time period, but
he deserves to be in the bubble.
His leg was purple in the entire finals, and it's like this mug played through with a purple leg his whole back, and that's probably why he got hurt the next year because we had 2-month turnaround.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna go into all of that.
But the MVP of the bubble was lemon pepper wing, the Lou Williams.
Lemon pepper Lou. Let me out.
That game winner for the Clippers in that first round. Look like they was about to get knocked out then. And that's and then you see what's going on with the Clippers right now. They suffered. They made it to the conference finals once. That did a whole run. And that's like I told you, you play with them Lakers, you try to disrespect the Lakers with nothing being done to you, you pay for it.
This will be their year.
You see what happened to the Phoenix Suns. They try to, when the team was down and out, they try to bring the brooms out because they swept them in the regular season series. They was out there dancing and goofy, and they got blew out by 50 in the game 7 in the playoff.
Yeah, that did happen.
And then you look at Denver, and right now, Denver just lost in the 7 games to Rudy Gobert.
Mm-hmm.
And Karl Anthony Towns, 2 frauds, and Anthony. So 2 frauds and Anthony beat them. So what could have been a fairly easy run to the championship. I don't know if they could have beat Dallas, but I think they could have beat Dallas. The world may never know.
But, about that.
Man, yeah.
But,
yeah, they got to start the bubble league, man. That would be hilarious.
I mean, that women's league, that unrivaled league, that kind of looks like
that give you that bubble feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
is there anyone here in the arena?
I'm trying to see who else is out tonight. Said Cade might not play. I ain't looking at none of it right now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how it goes, man.
It doesn't appear to be
Spurs, so
might watch the Miami game.
After everything you just said, I gotta watch it.
Right. Well, but it's like the internet, they did all that stuff, and then she had the video where she was spazzing in the video with her hands moving. She was throwing up gang signs and and said it wasn't true and all of that. But,
wow.
Typically, nobody responds to those type of things.
Right.
But she did unfollow all. She did unlike all of the pictures and unfollow them.
Yeah, that seemed a little weird to me.
And but and I'm gonna try to play it safe a little bit here, but I gotta say, I don't know if it is true. I don't what do these women think that they're doing when they have children? Like you have children with this man. You about to try to ruin this man's career.
Yeah, I mean,
and your kids are gonna learn about this one day. Yeah. And then this is a very public figure in Miami. And somebody one day will be like, oh, I remember they said your mom was messing with half the team.
Yeah.
His name is Smith, and he can blend in.
Right.
Sportz, there ain't too many of them running around.
Right.
Well, I mean, this is something that
my dad is the multiple-time NBA champion coach from Miami Heat. He coached LeBron James. He coached Wayne Wade.
Yeah, nah, she wanted them to say Jaime Jaquez is your stepdad.
Right. And it's weird. And it's that's why I'm really hoping that it ain't true.
But you got to think about it, man. Like right now, and all jokes aside, though, for real, the way the world is right now, it's two worlds. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's people who can actually live in their truth, and it's people who are living to set that precedent of what they want people to think the truth is. Why in the world would you unfollow and unlike all those pictures? You know what I'm saying? What's the point? What's the point of that? You know what I mean? If that doesn't deny or prove your innocence in the situation. There's nothing wrong with doing that. You know, but why? So why do you feel like so that just it brings a guilt up? They're thinking that they're guarding what they look like to the world, to the social media, but really you're making yourself look funny, like something's wrong. You know what I mean?
Like, the thing too is there is a major the double standard between men and women is super duper at apply here, right? You know what's funny? Because actually, I'm gonna kind of link these two things, even though they're unrelated, right? So it's a similar case to what happened with Kanye last week, right? They had the TMZ thing. They said Kim Kardashian was afraid of what he was saying would have fallback on their kids, which is understandable based on all the crazy, insane things he was saying.
Yeah.
But in the comments, if you go under the comments, they were like, "Oh well, you're taped with Ray J."
Yeah, like no, she didn't. You know what? And you gotta like fall back from your kids is who you had the kids with, like period. Right. Like you should have did more screening before you had the kids with this person that's this public figure. It doesn't matter how horrible things he does, he's gonna always be a public figure because of how crazy he is. He got there on his talent, he stayed there off his crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like so that's a done deal. You know what I mean? It really is. It really is. It's like a done deal. Like all of these people, they're living. I mean, all right. Let's take. I would use a woman for example because we hear it more with women. But let's take Pt.2 for. Let's take him. He said he went to have surgery to, you know what I'm saying, get his private parts bigger. You know what I'm saying? You know, like
grain of salt.
like women, you know what women is out here doing. They doing all of this. But why are you doing these things? They're doing it to make money on social media.
Clicks.
You know what I'm saying?
Clicks.
Like I'm gonna hurt my body by doing these things to it. You know what I'm saying? But the attention means more. Like Pt.2, he didn't do that because he wanted to pleasure a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, he would have got him one woman or however many women that he wanted. But he wouldn't be advertising it for the whole world to know. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's gonna make him not mess with you. Like, nah. You are here with the prosthetic limb. You know what I mean? You know,
and then 20 now.
Right. And then, you know what I mean? Like but then you got the people that who see the trends of the things. Like if you look at Rick Ross, you know what I'm saying? Rick Ross, I don't know if he's going through the guy's head sometime, but when it comes to business, he's an extra smart businessman. You know what I'm saying? When he seen that his music wasn't selling like it used to, and his artists wasn't selling like they used to, he like, all right, man, let me move on and try to get into a different role. You know what I'm saying? Let me go buy this house in Atlanta with the farmland and let me start, you know what I'm saying, farming. You know what I mean? He had bad health and he ended up having a seizure from eating all that steak and red meat and pork. So he starts opening up wing stops because his doctor like, eat all the chicken you want is protein. So he starts opening up the wing stops. So now, you know what I mean? He sees that everybody is going to Colombia and Brazil to get these BBLs and get their teeth. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you look at people in Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? They got all the same, got smile now. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's going to get their stuff done. Men going to get abs cut into them the same way the women is getting, you know what I'm saying? So Rick Ross just opened a dentist office in Atlanta that's doing the stuff that they doing in Colombia. So now it's like, no, you ain't got to go all the way over there. Come on over here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shoot, hey, that's genius.
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross does it. He does have those. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's cool. You know what I mean? Like if you was bringing people over here to do the BBLs and all that stuff, then I wouldn't support that. But you know what I'm saying? Like being a dentist is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that's something that's good for the community. You know what I mean? So if you see it and you find a way to capitalize on it, hey, it's a beautiful thing. But you can't get caught up in the social media world and then just want what they have. For real. And that's what's going on. People trying to protect their image in the social media world. They ain't even thinking about their image in the, like, we can see you out here with Jaime Jaquez. We can see y'all together.
Right.
So if we report on this, it's the truth. All this unfollowing and all this stuff that you do, it don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's weird. They got to realize, you know what I'm saying, that they got to realize that what reality is. Like, live your reality, you know what I'm saying? And if you're going to show it on social media, let it be what your reality is. You know what I mean? Don't take food out your kid's mouth so you can go get your boobs done. You know what I mean? Like, if it's meant to happen, you know, like be happy with what you got, unless it's some sort of accident or something that horribly happened. You know what I mean? That's different. But man, be happy with what you got. You know what I mean? For real. Like, social media and people, nah, it ain't working.
Good luck.
Yeah. For real. You know what I mean? When
I need clicks. I gotta do something.
yeah. That's
And
it.
you
And
know,
it's
the thing that make it even worse is, well, that's the thing about social media in general that I do hate, is because it's always somebody running on there to tell their business. Or running,
you ain't lying.
sending a shot at somebody. And it's like, you claim you don't like drama and don't want to be in drama, but you're cultivating drama on your personal page. You're telling everybody about your baby father. You're telling everything about your baby mother. What are we doing here? If you don't care about what people online think, because what are they going to do? What is that like button going to do for real life? Is that going to make you some money?
Yeah, well, on Invest TV it will. Well, everywhere that they out here, well, hey, the Bible calls it, even if you ain't using your body and sleeping around, the Bible calls it prostituting. You know what I'm saying? Even though they prostituting themselves to Facebook, Instagram, and all them things, you know what I'm saying? And how we say it now is doing too much. You know what I'm saying? And they doing too much at all them places. No, they're not getting nothing for what they're doing. And to be honest with you, it ain't worth, even if you was getting something, it ain't worth your, you know what I'm saying, your dignity. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It ain't worth it. You know what I mean? For real.
Some of them ain't been raised, though. They ain't got no dignity left.
From my just from being in my studies, today, man, I realized what God revealed to me today is that you know, when you put trust in men and material over God, you know what I'm saying, you on the destructive path. You know what I mean?
Going down.
Yeah, like there's no winning in that. And who you put trust into is who has power over you. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody has power over you, you can withdraw power from them. Same way with a bank account. The bank got your money. You know what I'm saying? You can get your money, you can withdraw it from the bank, and now you have it. So if you get if you trust your power to God, God has you have the power that God has, and you can withdraw that into you. You see what I'm saying? But when you got man and material, hey, they got the power of Instagram. For real. They're withdrawing from Instagram. They withdrawing from a toxic relationship that they in with somebody who cheating on them. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's not it's not it, man. We gotta, we gotta get we gotta get understanding of what living in your purpose truly is, because you're not here just to be here.
Right.
That's
and right. What that's money right there. That everything that you just said is money. You're talking to the audience right now. That's money that he just gave. That's racks that he just gave.
True that. True that.
Get in church to understand it.
Man, I'm about to take that to heart right there.
Hey, true that, man. Well, shoot, that's how we moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
And for those that weren't raised in church, that's a foreign language, though. So we got to get them in there.
Yeah,
got to be about that work. Get them in there.
Yeah, well, it's in the works for real. We gonna all we can do is do our part. You know what I'm saying? All we can do is do our part, man. They might have just watched this for the sports and then got a little lesson. You know what I mean? You never know. You
You're
never know.
inspired to do something better.
For real. Shoot, I know that. Only if you listen to my music, I might talk crazy for 90% of the song, but 10% of it is something that I hope.
Take that
I can't just give you a little bit of what the world take me through. I gotta give it to all of you, but the glory always comes back to the purpose, man. To the purpose and the one who's strong enough to give the purpose. For real.
Man.
Yeah, that's the truth, man.
Are you putting in any basketball parlays tonight, or what?
Until I know everybody that's in, I can't even do it.
All right.
For real. I can't even do it. But I put shoot, I couldn't even find no bets yesterday. I just waited till halftime. And when I seen DeAndre Jordan had 5 assists at halftime, I said, oh, he can get to 7. And that's what he did. And I put a couple dollars on that, and shoot, that pretty much tripled the money because they ain't think it was gonna happen. But I'm like, nah, he's energized right now. We'll see how it is after 5 games, but these first two, these first two, he doing that.
You just got in the game. It just tipped the ball off.
Right. So back to kicking the inbound pass.
Pulling his jersey. Hey, you want to get me up?
For real. So yeah, we'll see, man. But we will.
AD's back.
Yeah, he did play, and
it's
nice actually, you know what? That's good thing you mentioned that. I put that into it yesterday with AD to go. I made a bet for AD to go under. I seen it at halftime that he had 6 points and they had him at 15. I said, nah, he's not getting there. He on a ministry. And he didn't. He got 12. He ended up with 12. And yeah, that was a nice.
You for your money then.
Yeah. I was watching like, oh shoot, man, like, come on now, let's get him out of there.
He's done enough.
Right.
You ain't playing tonight.
Parlays is a guy that doesn't hold up his end of the bargain. Everybody will do everything, but then it'll be just one guy on the parlay that doesn't do what you do.
Yeah. Well, that's why I always say, like, if you do a parlay and you put $10 on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool. But then straight bet everything, you know what I mean? Or straight bet the ones that you have 100%. Like, I believe this is going to happen. Because anytime you make a parlay, when you start seeing that money going up, you're like, ooh, this might happen, it might not. Let me just throw it on there. But take the ones that you think are for sure things and straight bet those. So if you straight bet 5 things and 4 of them is right, you made good profits. You know what I'm saying? If 3 of them is right, you made good profit. So, I mean, it's, you know, and even if 2 of them is right, you still ain't lose all your money. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, you know, I bet 200 on that Lakers, or not 2. I didn't bet 200. I bet 10 to get 200 something.
Okay.
On the Celtics game. And all I needed was for the Lakers to stay within 7 points. And I was like, we got so close to that 7 point. And that was the only thing I didn't get. Literally everything everybody else did.
That's how it goes, man.
And it's like, I just needed points.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes. That's why you always have to, you always got to straight bet them. And always leave some bullets in the chamber. Never bet at all. Never bet at all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I always
3-pointer at the end.
Right.
Like I always say, man, you add it to the cart, but you don't push that check out unless you like, And once you push that check out, and hey, it's shipping. No matter, it's on the way to you, whether it's a win or a loss, it's on the way.
Right.
You know, so yeah, put your parlay together. Like tonight, you know, if Anthony Davis, I know he ain't going to play, so I would probably put PJ Washington to get 20 points. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably have him somewhere 17 to 19. So I put him to get 20. Dinwiddie, I put him to get 15. I don't think I go as high as 18, but I put 15. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And I put those together and then I straight bet both of them. You know what I mean? So you put your lower number on the parlay. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll make more money because it's together. And then when you straight bet, make sure that it covers shoes, man. Hey, always make your money back.
Yeah,
For
for
real.
sure.
If I have a day where I don't at least break even, I'm in here breaking stuff. Like, I ain't trying to lose $1.
Yeah.
For real.
Well,
Yeah.
there's one more thing I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask both of y'all because this isn't a Lakers podcast. I promise you. When I ask this, right. So, I'm gonna ask a couple questions because I was like, we might be off in a second here. So I'm gonna ask these before we get out of here. What do you think the Lakers need for this Luka Doncic era that they have? Who would they need? Because the thing is, I'm looking past LeBron really in most of these instances.
Yeah.
And what do we need for when LeBron leaves? What do we need to replace him with? And how do we maximize this window of time to win as many championships as we can?
Well, it would be nice if Bronny can realize his potential and give a solid 22 minutes a night. As far as what they already have in the building, okay, if we start there, what they already have in the building, Reeves, Connect, Luka, you know what I'm saying? We need those. I don't know if Jackson Hayes going to stand the test of time. They might have to package him up and try to go get somebody like Bam. You know what I mean?
That would be excellent.
Yeah. Bam can
Bam
rebound.
wants out. I'm in jail.
Bam can rebound, score, and dish. You know what I'm saying? So
and
he's a good
like that still.
Yeah, so he's a good person. He's a good person to have, but he's another one of those people who want to play 4 and doesn't want to play 5. You know what I'm saying? So
we can't
another AD.
Yeah, to be honest, it's a lot. It's a lot that will be needed without LeBron. Like a lot of things got to go right. You're gonna have to shore up that front court because you good with Reeves and Luka back there, and you good. You know what I'm saying? You good, but you got to shore up that front court, and you got to get your.
If Connect be a player, because thing is, if Connect was to get really good, we wouldn't need the extra option. If we can connect to where he could score 20 a night and play solid defense.
Yeah.
That's a big if.
I've seen more unlikely happen in Austin because Austin Reeves was unlikely. He wasn't supposed to be 20 a night.
No.
And his ball on a string at times, it appears. And it's like, shoot, I was like, he's getting better still.
You got to so if you put you got to get somebody like Bam, and you got to get another big man that can play the role. You know what I'm saying? And you get now
you have a lob threat. Yeah.
Another
lob threat.
Yeah. If you got Hachimura, Reeves, and Luka starting with 2, with a short up front court, and then your bench. Like if that's your starting 5, if you can get Bam, another solid big man, Hachimura, Reeves, and Luka, okay, that's a solid 5 that can go out there and start the game. Your bench, if you got Connect, he's a shooter. You know what I'm saying? They got to have speed because your starting 5 don't got no speed. But that means that you're gonna be in the game though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's not like they're slow because they're just slow. They play with great pace. Luka plays with great pace. You know what I'm saying? The game is under his control when he's in there. You know what I mean? So your bench has to be able to come in and put up points for real. If your bench
need a mug like Trey Murphy.
Oh man,
dude. I mean, honestly, the way New Orleans is looking, shoot, we could get him over here.
Yeah, man. That would be very nice. That would be very nice. Man. Yeah, but we'll see.
All right,
I don't know. I think it might be a long shot.
What would Detroit need to add to be a championship contender?
Oh man, Detroit got to keep it. They got to keep it together. That's what they got to do. They got to keep it together, and they got to keep playing. If like I know Pops ain't high on Ivy, but they got to have somebody that can play that role.
They can move him for sure.
Yeah.
And
I mean, they don't really need him like that. Even if
they've showed that.
Well, you're gonna need, It depends on what happens with Dennis Schroeder. If he stays around, they might be okay at point guard, but they're going to need a point guard because Cade can't keep that load going. That's a lot, every night.
For real.
He's turning the ball over 10 times a night, but he's scoring 35 and, giving you 10, 11 assists, But that's just it's too big a load for him, He'll wear down eventually.
Yeah, and if Ivy would if he would just come off the bench, man, I think they'd be all right.
It'd be like a Jordan Clarkson or Malik Monk kind of mug coming off the bench just with some energy, and but they already got energy with Thompson and the young kid Holland, Ron Holland.
He's a monster lately.
Yeah, they need another big too. They need another big. I'm not convinced Stewart's the guy to back up.
He ain't the guy. He ain't the guy. He's a hothead, and his game ain't all that.
Yeah.
Now, if they had somebody like what's his name, Richard Holmes, he's somebody that get in there and bang. You know what I mean? He might play 10 minutes a game and have a double-double. I'd be like, dang, that boy came in there and filled it up real quick. I think they could piece it together. They're not far away from where they need to be.
They're not. A tweak here and a tweak there, it'd be just enough,
Yeah,
they don't need a grandiose big move,
As far as the Lake Show, they might be the first organization to start an all-white starting five system.
To be fair, what was it, the 1950s or whatever, we finally got black players in the league.
They starting five might be Valanciunas, Vujacic, Connect, Reeves, and Luka next year. For real. Them boys go out there shooting the lights out. All right, man. So we will reconvene after we see what this Final Four gonna be like.
Extra party.
Yeah, man.
Love to see it, but I just don't,
I do all of that. Fingers crossed.
Got to start better, and they gotta, they done figured out Jace a little bit. They're starting to take him away a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And that puts a lot more load on Akins and fears.
And that's what he don't need. Akins got to play free, or he can't play at all.
Yeah. Those big men, I don't know what's happening to them.
Yeah.
Booker's gonna transfer, I hope. He's so solidly in the doghouse. That boy, 2 years. They ain't gained a pound. Still as weak as water.
Yeah.
just all he want to do is shoot 3-pointers. Play a little bit of defense every now and again, trying to block somebody's shot. But most of the time, he's giving up layups.
Right. No, that one ain't on his.
So weak. It's just if he got the ball in his hands, they literally come and take it out of his hand with no problem.
Yeah.
It's like Tom's had enough. He just said, I can't fix you, man.
Right. Yeah. That's what I was saying. This ain't Tom's fault. I know people be like, Tom Izzo, don't let him play. Like, nah, that one ain't his fault.
Not at all. Not at all.
There's a couple one and dones and people who left early because they ain't messing with Tom Izzo. That was Tom's fault, but not this guy.
You need something. I don't know what it is, but I go see the wizard.
Right.
That boy, woo. They need him, boy. He's 6'11", don't grow on trees,
Oh yeah.
You can't play him. You just can't play him.
Yeah, he ain't built for
every
it.
good thing he does, he gonna do 3 things bad.
Yeah. He ain't built for it, and if Carr had that height, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. It'd be game over.
He'd be playing with the New Orleans Pelicans,
All right.
Yeah,
coming on. I love his game.
Oh yeah.
He's put in the work. You know.
Yeah, you could tell.
See
Yeah.
it. Mm-hmm.
You know what's crazy? We look at Carr. It's like he looked. I didn't even know it was him until he was playing on Friday night, and I was like, it's muscle bound mug here because he cut his dreads like dreads. He's like jacked. No, I'm like, whoa. I was like, I don't remember you looking like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that boy in the lab. Yeah, he
It'll be interesting because they bringing them 2 forwards next year. Both of them were, highly rated people, 2 forwards. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they put a lineup together.
Sure, I'm with it, man. I'm ready to see it happen. Hopefully, they coming off of a championship.
Right.
Depends. If I want my sweet tea, Florida's got one. No.
Right.
We can always hold hope.
Yeah.
The
champion's got to be worth 10 points.
Yeah. True that. And we can still switch as it goes along. When it get close.
Keep it competitive anyway,
Right. All right, then. Yeah, we'll lock it in. Let's go ahead and we ready, man. I enjoyed this episode, y'all.
Covered a lot of ground.
Right. Right. So we ain't even really been on here that long either.
In time, it just I was like, it's rolling quick today. I was like, shoot, we had a whole run there.
Right.
But there's not as much hate I have to give out this time as last few times. It wasn't hate; it was more distaste and disappointment.
Waiting on ESPN to call us like they got what's those guys be on their numbers? What they call them? Numbers something. Talk to on the Deuce, ESPN2.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what the show is, what it's called.
Four brothers.
Pardon interruption or something like that.
No.
It's a regular talk show, with 4 guys, 4 brothers,
Yeah. For real. Yeah, they're gonna have to one of these days. They got to deal with us. Eventually, we building like I said, we'll get more into it, man. I want to get on here and show y'all how we gonna run this radio situation. I've been working on it all week, so I done figured out a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, we'll be getting to that real soon.
For sure.
If you get on the investtv.club and you go to This Is Radio for real, if you go to that, you'll be able to just look at just a little bit. We ain't nothing on there yet, just a little bit of the page. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll be taking off from there real soon, within the next month, I believe, and we'll be we'll be having fun.
The D-Man hour.
Yeah, put your structure together, man. How you want your show to be? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you want to, whatever you want to talk about, man, it's on you.
All right,
you're Colin Coward.
All right, the herd or what? I gotta come up with a name for it or something.
Oh yeah, you got to come up with a name for it.
Shoot,
you know what I'm saying? Like my first episode, me personally, if I probably do one song off my top 10 hip hop albums or something like that, and then talk a little junk in between. Got to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? But you probably have some people calling in and stuff like that you have to, vibe with on the fly.
Your Paul Feinbaum.
Right. And if somebody getting on your nerves, you got the power to delete them out of the room. See you.
Thank you for your input. Beep.
Right.
You know what? I was like, it's like it might be a wrestling show, might be sports that night.
Hey, it can be both. It can be all of them. Sure. One thing we need the most is the content.
Okay.
Yeah. The content, man. No matter wherever your mind take you, man. Hey, that's it. Let it happen. You know what I'm saying? Stay prayed up, man. Let God lead you, man. That's all I can say. For real.
Right.
He done
He'll
led
never
us
lead
into
you
a
wrong.
good direction. So let's keep it going, man. All right.
Definitely.
I'll see y'all soon.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Love you guys.
Yep. Love
Hang
you.
in there.
Love you.
You too.
Yep.
All
Peace.
good. Later.
Yeah, you know it's poppin' if I came through. There's no target out my range, dude. Crossover and break ankles. Reach the Hall of Fame without letting the game change you. No longer on me, my soldiers got the weight beat. Now I got the corners back like a safety. It's solidified that I truly got the glow. Big Perm said I got that new millennium flow. I told him if I do it then I'm gon' do it right. R.I.P. one of the realest that ever blessed the mic check. Youngins talking about a life that they ain't known. Gotta take acting classes just to play their role. I'm making moves like Zion, catching oops, pimp. Y'all making moves like Zion when his shoe rip. Lobster and shrimp, new chips and new dip. Each hustle got at least 2 flips. What they call it. We be ball, we be ballin'. What they call it. We be ballin'. My 5 different haters can't vibe with it. My 5 different haters can't vibe with it.